Hey everybody, I'm Molly. I just want to show y'all that yoga is something that you can do really anytime, anywhere, and even if your baby's strapped on you. I am clearly a new mom, and I really feel like yoga has helped me out a lot in this. I do have my 200-hour, let's get closer. Ooh. My 200-hour yoga training, and then I'm in the middle of yoga nidra training, and I'll put all those details in the captions here. So forgive me for being a little bit scattered. This is one of my first videos I filmed, and I just want to be very real. I'm not super scripted. My hair's a mess. Had date night last night for the first time without the baby. And so slept in and whatnot a little bit today before I went and picked up Peanut from his grandparents, and got some inspiration about how I can show y'all some things that you can get in for yoga even if you have your baby strapped to you. So really easy way to start, in an easy seat. I'll try to scoot back so y'all can see. Have your legs crossed, and if Peanut will let me tuck his head in, that'll help. Doesn't think that'll maybe it'll happen. Okay, so you can place your arms and your hands with palms upright on your knees, and just breathe in deeply. One of my favorites is alternate nostril breathing. So you can take your index finger, put it right here on your nose, on the bridge of your nose, got your thumb here on your left nostril, and then your middle finger would be on the right nostril, okay? So breathe in, and then switch out. Do that on your own pace, whichever nostril you want to start with, whatever's natural. So, in, out, in, and out. Do this as you'd like, for as long as you like. You're welcome to pause this video and continue your breathing. There's a playlist in the comment section because YouTube will take down videos with just about any music. I really don't like video taken down. If your Peanut has his head out of a strap, if you're using one with him or her, make sure you support their head with your other hand. Continuing to breathe. And then wrapping that up, we're just gonna get in a few easy movements, seated as we can, while holding a baby. So, if I can tuck his head in, and if he'll stay still, of course not. So, I'm going to do this with one hand, sweeping up and over for a side body bend while I hold him. Breathing in, using the breath to really stretch out. I'm going to also push my hips back down so I don't get too far off the ground, and put the pacifier back in his mouth as he wakes up. And stretching back over, holding this, and then just slowly easing back down. I can feel that stretch in my shoulder and in my side, and then switching sides. Oh, I can even feel the stretch even in my arm. Sometimes your arms and your wrists can hurt even just from holding your baby. Yeah, you do that to me, Peanut. And if you've got one that is wiggly and starting to wake up, if you have a strap, and if they're strapped to you, like mine is to me, and he's getting a little wiggly, take that moment. You can even use your baby to kind of get a little bit of stretch in. Yeah, I should probably change your diaper, but she was asleep. Ooh. And making some connection with him as he smiles and laughs. him as I lean forward, getting a stretch in on my back. And then holding him, I'm going to continue to lean forward. And as I'm leaning forward, trying to stretch my face as far as I can down to my feet, I'm feeling it really at the bottom of my back, into my behind, your sacrum area. Yeah. And then also notice how I had my head stretched down. As you're leaning up, just like you would if you were in a forward fold or a hang, make sure that you're inching your spine up bit by bit so that your neck and your head are the last things to come up. And then right about here, you can kind of push your shoulders back and let the head and neck hang. Get a little bit of a stretch in here. And slowly come up. All right, so I'm gonna put him in the sling, forward facing, because he likes to look out at things. And maybe he'll see himself on camera and be a little bit entertained. All right. Now, there's all kinds of sitting poses you can do even with a baby strapped on you. Something I like to do is, while we are here and seated cat-cows are some of my favorites. So you can use your hands to really propel you here. So placing them on your knees and pulling your body forward. I'm gonna move over and show you this. Really getting that dip in your back, pushing your chest forward, shoulders back, using your hands to really pull your body, and then pushing back out, arching the back. It is a little more difficult with a baby on you, active, but you're still getting a great stretch in. And keeping your baby on you, if you're able to do that or want to do that, is great bonding as well. You can also do it one-handed. Ooh, are you starting to fuss? That's not fuss. You want to see yourself in the camera again? You can also do fire log pose. Putting one leg on top of the other. I'm not in a great position to show you all this. I'll link some pictures in the comments. But this is a great little stretch here for your legs and your knees. You can even take this moment to stretch your hands out, up above you, behind you. The big thing here, ooh, goodness, is you're really showing up for yourself. Yoga is not just about getting a great workout in. It's about creating a space, switching legs, for yourself. And so often, we moms, and I think even especially new moms, even though this is my third child, you're sitting here trying to figure out life with this little one, or even teenagers. My other kids are teenagers. And it's so hard to show up for ourselves. And I find myself in that loop a lot, where I'm so busy doing for others, I don't do anything for me. And so what I'd like to challenge each of you to do is to find one way you do something for yourself every day, whether it's a piece of chocolate, a glass of wine, yoga, whatever that thing for you is, scrapbooking, phone call with friends, whatever that may be. Do that for yourself, because you cannot pour from an empty cup, and I know you know this. So another pose you can do is a seated twist. So take your, in this case, for me, left hand, place it on the right knee, right arm, twisting your body over. So I'll show you here. A nice thing about the seated twist is you can really use the breath to get further into it. So breathing in, like lifting through your head, and then as you breathe out, sink further in and see if you can stretch and twist more. And you don't have to move as I do. You can move as it feels good to you. So if you just want to stay here a while, pause the video and you stay here a while. Or if you want to move, go ahead and move. You can also let your head hang here and get a little neck stretch in. Yoga is not about perfection. In fact, the thing I love about yoga is it's the one place I don't have to be perfect. I'm not having to remember all the activities for my kids. I don't have to remember all the things I'm doing for the rest of the day, what food I'm cooking. I'm just showing up for myself. Just showing up for ourselves. Something else you can do as you're finishing that up, if you're somebody like me who works a lot on the computer, sometimes you'll see people doing a gorilla pose where you're standing up and then you have your hands curled under and your feet are standing on them, which I like gorilla pose. It's great for your wrist. But I'm also a big fan of just doing it here, seated. You can't really see me doing it because I have not quite figured out the best way to do this, but you can kind of put your wrists like this and just put a little bit of pressure on them with your body. This is a far less intense way of doing that stretch, and it's a great way to counteract being at the computer a lot. My full-time job, I'm at the computer. This guy goes with me, so it's balancing mom work and then also being on the computer. Yeah. So those are just a few ways that you can get some yoga in for yourself while you've got the baby on you or even near you. I hope this inspires you to get out there and get on the mat. Even if you've got this little one on you, yeah. And if you've got any questions or comments, please put them here below. This YouTube channel will be, as I'm developing it, not just for yoga, but for any kind of tips about juggling being a parent of any age child and still living a life filled with sparkle and goodness, even amongst all the crazy in the world that's happening. Because no matter what's going on, we all need a place where we can have a little bit of sparkle. Thanks, guys. You say bye-bye? You say bye-bye as I start this off?